Hey everyone, this podcast is part of Story Mode, the podcast network of Gamefully Unemployed. You can support us and gain access to other great exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman by heading over to patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. That's patreon.com/GAMEFULLY unemployed, which is spelled like it sounds.
Hypecast mit Tom Reimann und David Bell.
Hello everyone.
Hi!
Another episode of Hypecast!
Hypecast!
Oh, it's the show where we get hyped about stuff and things. I'm your co-host, Tom Ryman.
I'm your other co-host, David Bell.
And who are you?
I'm Starline Hodge, your guest.
You are?
Hi.
Hi, I miss
Hello.
you guys.
Hi, Star. How you doing?
I am surviving. I'm okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound okay.
Yeah, I'm all right. It's all things considering, I'm fine.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're all doing all right.
I think,
we're
yeah.
healthy-ish.
Yeah, everybody that can hear this at the moment is probably like, all things considered, I'm okay.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
very hard for me, like even pre-pandemic, to be like, yeah, I'm good. I'm great. Like I was never that either.
Right,
Right.
yeah, no. It's like a question of, am I bleeding? No. So I guess I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's just very like, okay, like I'm not well, I can't say I'm not depressed because like who isn't right now, but
Right.
I'm okay. Like I think okay is like a nice good standard.
There's nothing wrong with being okay.
Yeah. I think if you're saying like I'm fucking fantastic right now, I'd be like, what is going on?
Oh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
No, I'd be concerned about you. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm fucking great. I don't think she's really great.
Or I'd just be like, okay, something's going on, sociopathic behavior. Like, I don't know.
Right.
It would just be weird if you're just like, I'm fucking fantastic and I don't give a shit about anybody else.
I don't know. As someone who likes being indoors, like there were points in the pandemic where I was like, this isn't bad. This is pretty good, actually. I'm having a good time. Because everybody's just playing video games online and everybody's just dragged y'all down to my level, you know? It's great.
Yeah.
But yeah, even then it's just like, yeah, there's still a pandemic and that's not cool.
Yeah,
just
it's
like
not
for,
ideal.
you know, for humanity,
Right.
not great. Anti-pandemic.
Yeah, I
Right?
feel like that's a
All of us?
good stance
Yeah.
to be on, anti-pandemic.
I'm anti-pandemic. I'll go
Okay.
ahead and take that plunge.
All right, we'll make buttons. We'll see, you know, where people stand. Are they for it or are they against it?
I'm just imagining like an anti-pandemic protest and how that would just be like the worst thing you could
Boo
do.
pandemic.
Boo!
Let's all get together.
Boo!
Boo.
Boo this disease.
And then there's like a counter protest.
Yeah.
People are like, yeah, we love it. It's great.
Hey, pandemic's good, actually. Here's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, those people already exist.
Yeah, like,
Yeah, that's a good
This
point.
is not a stretch.
they're definitely out there, just mouth breathing on everybody.
Yeah, just getting that spittle, you know, playing the spit game, but not like not fun spitting in mouth.
No,
No.
not in the fun way.
No, not at all.
Not in the way that we were doing it.
Yeah. Should we go through producers? Then we can get to some wonderful.
Yeah, we should
trailers.
probably do that. Yeah.
You guys pumped for some trailers? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's thank some producers, starting with Chiz Lily Tits Thanks, Chiz. It's going to be a weird one. Thanks to Martial Law. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you to these 7 Bs. Thank you. Thank you to Breezy Ruizy. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you to Davy Francis 4. The Revenge. Great movie. Thank you to MVB. Thank you very much. Thank you to Phaedrus. Thank you. Thank you to Ryan, the silly money goose. Thank you very much. Thank you to Chester's Prophet. Thank you very much. Thank you to definitely not Guillermo del Toro. We'll see about that. Thank you to Brian, who Tom knows.
Woo.
Thank you, Brian. Thank you to Doc. Wear a mask, you fucks. Garby.
Woo.
Good message. Thank you to Bob Grenville. Thank you very much. Thank you, Steven.
Oh, yeah.
Steven. And thank you to Down Home Chicken. Bakak! Woo!
All right, let me jump in here. Thank you to Han Toomey,
right.
the Confused Cyborg.
Thank you.
Thank you to Asking 7.
Thank
Thank
you.
you to Hey, Fuck You, I'm Happy Ed.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
to I Was Born to Stare.
Thank
Thank you to Dragon the Bus Driving Vampire.
Thank you.
Thank you to Tiger Drawers, Pratt Thompson. Raindrops keep falling on my head.
Thank you.
Thank you to Chloe Rice.
Thank
Thank
you.
you to Dan Hackroyd.
Yeah.
Thank you to the Kool-Aid Man says the only unity we need is the homogeneous mixture of flavor inside me. Viva la resistance!
Woo!
Yes.
Thank you to E.T. the Extravagant Terresticle.
Thank you.
Thank you to Cody Johnson's Time Machine Noise.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you to Pete Vorpagel.
Yeah.
And thank you to Glitterous.
Glitterous.
Oh man! All right, let's dive into this trailer meat.
All right.
What do we
Start
got?
with Stowaway. This is a Netflix. This is another Netflix going to Mars.
Yeah,
Is this a show or a movie?
I think this is a movie. It's not Away. It's not like season 2 of Away. That was canceled.
Yeah, that shit got canceled. I watched Away too.
I
I
know you
invested
did.
my time. Can I spoil Away?
Yes.
Yeah, please.
They get there.
Oh, that's
Oh,
okay.
good.
Yeah. Good for them.
I mean, there's still supposed to be more. Like, they get there, and they're like, now comes the hard part. And then canceled, so I guess they all die on Mars, is what I'm assuming.
No, just assume it's a happy ending.
I don't see how we could come to any other conclusion.
We're doing a lot of these, right? The going to Mars stuff.
Yeah.
I
I
wonder
think
why.
there's a few comedies about it. Yeah.
Well, because didn't The Martian do really well? That book movie?
Yeah, and now it's on our minds.
It's kind of on our minds at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is about a guy who's like, a stowaway. He wakes up like in a compartment, and then they find out they only have enough oxygen for like a few of them because something breaks, because it wouldn't be a movie if something didn't go wrong. I like the part where they just teach him to spacewalk, because I think you can't just do that.
No.
But maybe I'm wrong.
You really can't. I think there's like science involved, and you have to know how to like get back to the ship. Like, isn't most of
Right.
the training you do at NASA like to make sure you can deal with the vacuum of space?
Maybe it's like a real gatekeepy thing where they make it seem like it's hard, like NASA. It's like a
But it's like really
Teamster
easy.
union thing, but it's like actually like it's you just put on the suit and you're fine.
It's like super
It's
easy,
actually
bro.
really yeah. You could just make swimming motions with your hands and you can move. We pretend you can't, but you totally can. Yeah, no, it what do you guys think of this trailer?
I was into the premise up until the part where they're like, something's wrong with the ship. I was just like, the horrifying idea of like waking up in space when you didn't mean to go to space is like already a fantastic premise.
Right.
Yeah.
I feel like they didn't need that.
Right,
that
because it's an
extra-
emotional. Because the
Right.
guy's like, my sister, she's all alone. Oh my god, 2 years, and it's like, yeah, that is fucked up. Also, like the mystery of like how, like I figured like, oh, did someone like put him in there?
Well, he appears to be like a ground crew tech or something because he's wearing
Right.
like coveralls that have insignias
But,
and
like-
stuff on him, and he's up in like the wiring and shit. So I assume he got like knocked out while he was doing prep work on the
Yeah,
ship
like
or
someone
something.
sabotaged the ship or something. But like just, I don't know, just the concept of, it freaked me out when I realized I was like, oh, you weren't supposed to go to space and you're in space. That is
No, that's
terrifying.
Yeah.
he's Gary Oldman in the Lost in Space movie, right? Is that what happens to Gary Oldman?
I mean, he turns into a spider. I don't remember what happens.
Yeah, but I believe the reason he's there is because he goes in to sabotage the ship.
Oh, yeah.
And he gets
take off.
electrocuted.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah. So, like, I guess that's what I thought it would be interesting to be like a mystery of, like, who did he, like, what if someone knocked him out and dragged him on, or I don't know. But that, yeah, they keep putting hats on hats.
I mean,
and
they
so
still
it's like,
might be
there's not
doing
enough
something
oxygen.
like that, but like as soon as they were like, we don't have enough oxygen, I was just like, you've lost me on this premise because I don't believe NASA or anybody would send people to space without a way to make your own oxygen, a backup supply of how to make your own oxygen, a bunch of extra oxygen, like for way more than just the amount of people on the ship.
Yeah.
The Stowaway that everybody saw and loved would do. They had an oxygen episode, but the way they did it was like they had a device that would like recycle, and it fucked up, and they had a backup. Like they still like they made it make more sense, and maybe this is what this movie does. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible that they, because it's a trailer. But I was just like, okay, this seems. No one brought a plant. I feel like
You would hate Away Star. I want you to watch it now because every episode something goes wrong, and like by the time you get like halfway through, you're like, man, they really fucked up building this space capsule, didn't they? Like, everything keeps going wrong because otherwise you don't have a show.
Yeah, I know. It's just one of those things where like NASA, for the most part, like they're usually outside of like the Challenger, like they're usually really, really good at like.
Yeah.
Keeping humans in space alive. Like, that's...
Yeah, I have a theory about space travel. Mm-hmm. Is it lame unless something goes wrong? Like, we don't have, like, many stories about just, like, going to space and everything is fine. We have the First Man or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I thought that was well done, but that movie's dull.
Right, because, like, everything works.
Yeah, and like I think space. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'd love to go to space. That's amazing. But like, I think in terms of cinematically, it's just like you're crammed in the thing, and then you have to like spend a lot of time going somewhere.
Yeah,
and you poop in a tube.
Well, that's why you have to do the like human drama type stuff kind of thing, like. What was it? I mean, I didn't watch it. That horrible Chris Pratt movie where he wakes up. What's your face?
Passengers.
Like, that's a bad movie.
Bad movie. But like the concept of that is way more interesting because it's like, oh hey,
terrific
like,
concept.
Nothing's like really going wrong with the ship. It's just this one dude is a dick. Like,
right. That's That's like the problem with that movie is they should have leaned into him being a bad guy.
Yeah, that's a horror movie.
Yeah, exactly.
But for some reason, it's not. Spoilers for Passengers. He does a really terrifying thing, and then like Jennifer Lawrence forgives him.
Yeah,
and it's fucking it's some dark
like,
shit. That movie,
like that would be such a good movie if you follow him for the first act where he's just poking around the ship by himself. Then the second act, Jennifer Lawrence wakes up and he's like, "Yeah, I need your help to fix something with the ship." And they fix some of the shit. And then the third act would be she finds out that he staged the sabotage and just woke her up because he was lonely.
Yeah.
Like, that's a horror movie.
That's great.
Third
That's
act
a
is
great premise.
The Shining.
Yes.
You know?
And then you start out by making him like likable, like Chris Pratt likable for the first half of the movie. And so that when the third act reveal happens, you're like, oh, shit.
Yeah, that's not what happens.
That's definitely
that
not what happens.
I mean, it's possible that Stowaway has some similar vibes. Like maybe this guy is a bad guy. Maybe... I don't know, maybe somebody on the ship is like secret racist and it's just like, I really don't like that this black guy is on the ship with us. I'm gonna pretend our oxygen is bad. Like, I don't know.
Racists in space. Oh, yes. That would be amazing.
Spacists.
That's what, I mean, I wrote that in my little notes. I was like, is this secret racism? Maybe. I don't know. Like, it's just one of those things. Like, I just assume, like, this lady's just like, I don't like that we have this extra guy on here. He's totally ruining my vibes. I don't know. Like,
so I'm going to sabotage the oxygen.
My chakras all aligned.
I worked so hard to be this pretty white lady in space, and, like, now this guy's just here, and it's just, ugh. And then, like, she's like, I'm going to fuck up the oxygen.
Here's the one possibility. This movie's called Stowaway. It does seem like hats on top of hats here with the oxygen and stuff. What if this is like something like that? What if he sabotaged the oxygen and then like got fucked up and like accidentally stowed away? What if there's a mystery here or something? That's the only like solution I could say to this.
And if that's the case, great, because you didn't give away the plot in the trailer. You know, it's just one of those things where I'm like, oh, but you made it seem like that one cliche of like something's wrong on the ship and we're running out of air feels just like
It's the problem with space travel movies is it's like, well, something has to go wrong.
Like, do they not have air when they get to Mars? Like, isn't this still going to be a problem if they arrive with the 3 people? Like, you have nothing to make air?
Yeah. Which is why I have so much appreciation for Interstellar, because they realized, like, oh, time. That's, like, the thing that can go wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's at least... Because, again, something has to go wrong, so why not make that thing original? And oxygen is, like... That's, like, the first thing in a brainstorm you think of, right?
Right.
And so, yeah, there has to be another level to that. And at the same time, that is... You know, we've done movies like, you know, what's Hitchcock's Life Raft? Where it's
Lifeboat.
just like, Lifeboat.
Yeah.
Where it's like, it's nice and simple. Just a group of people, not enough supplies, survival.
Mm-hmm. And
like,
one
you can
of
make
them might
something
be
of
a
that.
Nazi.
One of them might be a Nazi.
Yeah.
I think
Secret racist.
They do this with like any type of thing where it's like a bunch of people in a container and suddenly it's like air is always a problem. Like, I feel like there's, like, submarine things have done that. Like, it's just any place where it's like, we're stuck here and there's limited air, so this is definitely going to be the issue.
Yeah.
When it could just be like, man, this guy, like, what if the stowaway guy was just, like, he was just an asshole, too? Like, just as, like, his personality just didn't clash with anybody.
Yeah.
Like,
people are just like, I don't like him.
Right, yeah, so they, like, we're going to teach him how to spacewalk, and they just cut him loose.
that would have been the moment to do it as soon as you realized your oxygen was gone. You're like, hey, buddy, we're just going to, like, put you out and do a spacewalk. It's going to be great. Then just...
And there's no official record he was ever on the spaceship. So he's just going to float out there.
Yeah.
So they're sitting there, like, sawing at his safety. Like, come on, there's no cops out here. Just do it.
Also, I'm sorry, we could keep talking about this movie. I keep thinking of, like, is no one trained? Like, is this a situation at NASA?
Right.
Like, what if there's a stowaway on your ship? What do you do? They're all, like, military as well, right? That's kind of, like, part of it.
I don't know.
Is
I
NASA
wasn't clear on
military?
that, yeah.
I feel like they don't train too much for stowaways because that's such a...
Yeah.
You'd think they'd think...
But, like, a stowaway...
There's a lot of dumb things have to happen
like a
for
rat?
someone to be stowing away
like,
accidentally.
You gotta do stowaway animals, though, right? Like...
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's definitely rats or birds that were like, ooh, this is a great nest as you're building this thing.
That was actually a long time ago. I co-wrote a script about people in space, and my favorite detail that we added was that there's a parakeet in the ship. And it was for that reason. It's because it's just everybody hates the fucking parakeet that just happens to be in there. Because, yeah, that would be a problem, right? Especially if you can't catch it.
You can't...
Like...
You can't
I
catch
feel
it,
like
it will shit everywhere.
Yeah, I feel like, Star, you just wrote a movie. Like, people would be, like, on a ship with a rat that's just, like, chewing the wiring and shit. And you just can't... It's Mouse Hunt, but, like, spaceship.
Right, with
man.
lives hanging in the balance.
Bam, you got a movie right there.
It would have to be like a nest. Oh, man, okay. I wanna think of
Write it down. Nobody take it. I'm going to watch this movie, by the way.
This movie
Just
that we
throwing
just
that out
invented?
there.
Okay.
No, Stowaway.
Oh, Stowaway.
I'm
Sure,
gonna watch
I'll
this
probably
piece of
watch it.
crap.
It's got Toni Collette in it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got a great cast. And, like, I don't know. Even if it's just, like, I watched all of Away. And you know what that says about me. Like, it's just, that movie, that show is, like, kind of schlocky, kind of silly, but it's like, fuck it. It's space drama. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know?
And fuck it, I
don't know.
feel like accurately describes that show.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. If you like, you know, like whatever dramas. There's a lot of like at-home drama in that one. But yeah, they just keep piling it on. It's just like, a crew member goes blind at one point,
Oh,
and it's like,
jeez.
come on, guys,
Are there any
get your
like
shit together.
Are there any like space stories that are like that show the phase right before, like, say, Star Trek level technology, but like we're over this like hump of like, let's just get to Mars, like that weird.
That would be Star Trek Enterprise,
Oh,
the
is it?
Star Trek prequel that lasted maybe 1.5 seasons, 2
Aw.
seasons.
I was
It
gonna say,
lasted more than that, but yeah.
Did it?
Yeah.
With Scott Bakula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
yeah, I was like, that might be interesting, like this weird little gap of like maybe not aliens just yet, but like we're definitely like going to Jupiter and stuff.
Oh, okay. I mean, there's a little of that in a lot of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like Event Horizon, I would say takes place in that space.
Yeah, probably.
Of like, yeah, we haven't gone out of our galaxy, but we're tooling around.
Mhm.
We're having
We're
fun.
figuring it out. We're putting things together.
Like we figured
Yeah.
out Mars. Mars is great. We're like on the way to like, let's try to get beyond like the
Right. We
first
go to
4.
Mars and we're like, there's nothing there, so we just keep going. Because it's got to be boring, right?
Well, if they what you call it, terraform it, that'd be pretty rad.
That would be
Yeah,
cool.
you can start building a pool.
Yeah. Yeah, pool on Mars.
Pool on Mars.
Should we get to the next trailer?
Probably.
Do you want to talk? Okay. The next one is the Virtuoso.
Mm-hmm.
This, like, if it weren't for Anthony Hopkins, I'd be like, this isn't anything, right? Or like this is like super
Right.
indie.
Yeah,
This
it
is,
feels real generic, and then there's just Anthony Hopkins in there as like a master assassin.
Yeah.
yeah. This is kind of the plot of In Bruges. It's about a trained assassin who accidentally kills someone, and they drive into an RV that I assume is filled with gunpowder, and it explodes.
It just blows up. Yeah.
And like kills a kid.
No, I think it kills the kid's mom.
Kills the kid's mom, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure. Because
okay.
we see the kid watch the explosion.
And they're like bummed.
Yeah.
Did you
It's
guys-
generally sad when a kid's mom dies.
But I feel like a trained assassin wouldn't have felt bad about that collateral. Like, the point of being an assassin is to kind of be that ruthless that human life does not seem like a big deal.
Right, you're supposed to
Right.
be amoral.
Unless you're a newbie. Like In Bruges did a good job at showing, like, killing a kid is another thing. I don't know. Did you notice that the guy in it, the assassin, does he speak in the trailer?
He does, a lot.
Really?
Yes.
Oh.
He did, but he was kind of brooding, so it was kind of like, okay.
He's very broody.
Yeah, no, I think, Dave, you just tuned anytime Anthony Hopkins wasn't on screen, you just tuned it out.
That might have been it. He's so old.
He really
he's
is,
like-
but he's killing it.
He's killing it. Yeah, he's doing fine in this. I get the feeling, because did you also notice that any shots of him, it felt like he was in like one location?
Right,
yeah.
he's either in that graveyard or he's in like his living room, and the crew
Yeah.
just came there because he's like on the phone with the other assassin.
I think that's what we're looking at. I
It's
think
a
we're
real,
at the stage where
real
Anthony
Marlon
Hopkins
Brando
is
in
like,
the score situation.
yeah, where he's like, here's my rates. What do you want? And they're like, we got you for 2 days. And he's like, that's fine. I'll meet you at this park. And they're like, okay, I mean, the scene is in a church. And he's like, I'll meet you at this park.
He was like,
wanna
you have
pay
to
more?
pay me more for the church.
Yeah. It's a park outside of my favorite restaurant. I'll go there for breakfast, and then I'll come out for a couple hours. I'll say whatever you have written on this piece of paper, and then I'm gonna go. Yeah, I don't know. This is fine, I guess.
Yeah, it just seems like, okay, the killer has a conscience about people he's not supposed to kill, I guess.
Yeah.
What else is going on in here?
That's
in this-
pretty. Like, he's fallen in love with Abby Cornish, who's like works at a diner. I don't know how
Probably
she
going to be a spy.
or something. She's going to connect to it somehow. It won't just be some random woman he meets.
More than the last trailer, this one really feels like they're not quite telling us what's going on.
Yes.
Maybe it's either that or this movie is just so identical to dozens of others that I've already seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, why watch this when you can watch Bad Company,
I
where
would-
Anthony Hopkins hangs out with Chris
Or
Rock?
Fracture,
Like-
where he matches wits with Ryan Gosling.
Yeah, these are all better ideas.
I would wonder if Anthony Hopkins is because he's supposed to be like the old school assassin, yes, and he's training this new guy.
He's like his handler.
How did he train this guy if he doesn't ever meet with this guy in person?
He just has him put him on speaker and it's like telling him different exercises to do.
He's like, it's like Charlie's Angels. He's just, speakerphone.
Then what you do is put the phone down and load your sniper rifle as quickly as possible with the blindfold on.
Yeah.
Are you doing
Again,
it?
it's Anthony
Are you doing
Hopkins.
it? Run the honor system.
He was like, you want me to do a scene with another actor? Well, that's going to cost more money.
My rates just went up. Listen, I have to post a cat video once every 6 months.
Yeah.
It's COVID. I'm not going to be around other people.
Right, yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm Anthony Hopkins. I'm like 80 years old.
Yeah. Do you want to be the movie that killed Anthony Hopkins?
Because I got to tell you, I read this script, and I don't think you do.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Yeah, let's
the next
move on.
trailer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We Broke Up.
Yeah.
This is like a comedy where a couple that's been dating for 10 years breaks up, and they're going to one of their siblings' weddings, and they have to pretend like they're still there.
It's her sister's wedding, yeah. It shows the entire movie.
Oh, yeah, the whole movie's in this.
It's like a weird camp wedding where they're like doing...
they're driving...
It's like a movie wedding where movie weddings are never normal.
Right, they're driving out to like Napa Valley or some shit.
Yeah,
and every family member and guest is able to like essentially take their vacation for this wedding and stay there a week.
It's a real rich, And then they play weird fun and games where they're like, "Oh, we hate each other, but we're still pretending that we are
that they haven't broken
dating."
up." This is another
and then
movie.
They meet other people, and then they kiss, and they it's all in the trailer.
Yeah, this is another movie. The premise of which I've seen like a dozen times. Like I've
they break
seen
up,
them.
they get back together.
Well, specifically, they break up right before they have to go do something, so they pretend to still be together during the thing.
Right.
Like that is a genre of romantic comedy.
Oh yeah.
Very talented people here.
Yeah.
Yes. I like
who's it? Christina Milioti and I don't remember the actress. He's Chidi from The Good Place. I can't remember his actual name.
Oh, shit! I used to know this. See, this is.
It's a three name, isn't it?
I think it starts with an A.
All right, we're boiling it down.
William
here.
Jackson Harper.
Oh, nope, does not start with an A.
Yeah, what do you guys think?
I was just kept thinking, I was like, if they dated for 10 years, not a single conversation about marriage.
Yeah. Also the way Also the way they phrase it in the trailer is he says like marry me. Like almost like not like that like a it's not like a proposal. He doesn't like get down on one knee and do this whole dramatic thing. He just says that and then she throws up.
Mm-hmm. And then
maybe there's more to it.
There must be, because he dumps her on that, and it's like, okay.
Yeah, there's gotta be more.
There has to be more, right? Yeah.
There better be more. Jesus.
Because even then, I was just like, y'all dated for 10 years. After like year 1, 2, not even like a discussion of like what marriage might mean.
Yeah,
right. Like what your long-term goals are. Like after year 1, year 2, after year 6, you're not talking about what your long-term goals are.
Like enough, like even just catching up. Like even if you're just like, hey, not right now. Like, you know, and then like a couple years, like it should be a consistent conversation. Just
right, because it seems like the conflict here is that Aya Cash doesn't really want to be married. She likes the relationship the way it is, but he really wants to get married. And it's like, you guys are just now sussing this out
10
after
years.
A decade of dating. Yeah.
Well, they're gonna go to this wedding and they'll figure it all out.
It just seems very strange.
Yeah.
It just.
I kept
gotta,
thinking, are any of his family and friends kind of like going to this? Because you know, after 10 years, friend groups also tend to like merge a little bit.
Yeah.
If he's like that close, and if he's that close to the younger sister, like a part of me is just like, is there like a cousin? Like not one of your other friends is like I don't know. It just I was like, this feels very strange.
Yeah, he is 100% the only black person in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
It's like, oh my goodness.
I was like, is this a Get Out? Is this like there's gonna be like a twist
Right.
somewhere in this where
Maybe that's
Stephen Root, blind ass Stephen Root shows up and starts talking to him about his sight.
I mean, maybe that's what it is. He was like, "Marry me," and she's like, "Oh, my family would not allow that." and then it went from there.
I mean, she did just play Stormfront.
I was about to say
on,
she's
The
Stormfront.
Voice. Yeah.
She played Stormfront so well.
Yes, she did.
That when I see her, I just go, "Oh, racist." I feel bad for the actress.
Oh no,
because she just did such a good job.
Yeah.
So is this like her movie to try to be like, hey, don't like cast type me kind of thing?
No, she's been in other stuff. I don't think she's got the Anthony Perkins problem yet. Where it's like, yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's all.
But
that's
she
all you
nailed
can
it
do
as Stormfront.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. This is more about like these comedies where it's like, can you do something like more? Like, if you're gonna make a comedy, you get all these people together. I guess they sell, right? People watch them because it's like comedy plots are like porno plots where they're like, we just need something. We just need like a baseline of A, B, and C.
I mean, Give me. I don't know. Rom-coms are such well-trod territory that it really is kind of just like, well, what charming people can we throw into this? And I like these actors.
Yes. I do like the actors. It's just, everything that they showed in this trailer, I was just like, I don't think y'all's relationship was healthy to begin with. Like, like you guys just broke up, and in the trailer, you're showing that like you're definitely starting to hook up with people at this wedding, like immediately.
Yeah. It's clear. It's also clear, like you guys are like the arguments they show in the trailer are like first year arguments.
Yes.
Like you guys don't talk.
Oh, it's just bad. It's just
it's bad. It's all bad.
Yeah.
This relationship needs to end.
Yeah, seriously.
Like I'm watching it. Like I'm going to be watching this movie. Like they better not get back together. I swear to God.
Of course they're going to get back together. They're going to like get married right away. And it's going to be like one of those things where like, yay, and you're just like, I don't know. Y'all also seem like you're like also like our age or like late 30s, where it's just like this definitely should have been talked about. Like, if you're talking about kids, I was just like, y'all should have had that conversation year 2.
Oh, yeah.
Because, woo.
Yeah, they show the shot where he's like, I want a family, I want kids, I want to spend the rest of my life, I want us to get old and die together. It's like, you've really never had this conversation.
Yeah.
Or if you did and she lied, then...
Oof, then you really gotta go.
You gotta go. Like, don't go to this wedding. Like, I know you're friends with everybody, but you just realize this girl's a psychopath. Like, she's fucked up.
But there wouldn't be a movie otherwise.
I know. But then show that movie. Show that she's a psychopath. Like, I don't know. Yeah. Like, tell the story of people actually being shit to each other. Then,
right? Or just like you were saying, where it's about just putting charismatic people together. Why not go like extreme with that? Why not have a romantic comedy starring like Denzel Washington and Jason Statham?
Do it.
Where they play you know what I mean? Like have some fun with it. Get some people that you just wouldn't see romantic comedy.
All you would have
shit.
to do to make $100 million off of that movie is just a very plain poster with just Denzel and Statham on it, and the tagline is "They kiss."
They kiss.
Well,
that's all you need.
Go
that
see
could
that
be the title.
fast.
Yep. It's like they kiss. Oh shit! Give me 5 tickets.
I was like, I need to know how this happens. I feel like I'm gonna cry. Like I feel like it would be really
powerful.
Oh man, that would be great.
Yeah. See, it's just bam. There's a movie. There's a movie that would it would make Avatar money.
Yeah. Yep. That's a James Cameron would
starring
invent
Denzel Washington
new
and Jason
technology to
Statham.
photograph it.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked for Brokeback, didn't it? I mean, they made that like serious drama and not like romantic comedy, but which fair, good. Don't make that romantic comedy.
Oh
but,
God,
like,
no.
But
yeah.
Yeah, that
worked.
movie is devastating.
But it worked. People went and saw that because it was just like, well, Heath Ledger and Jake Gyllenhaal, both very charming, beautiful actors. Yeah, let's go see it.
Right.
Let's see what this is all about. So
Were
yeah,
there people going into that movie like, oh yeah, let's see this, and then they probably got really bummed
I hope
out.
not, because that is
those
not
people
what
might
that
not
movie
have
is.
seen the trailer. Yeah, they just
movie
walked by the poster like, yeah, I'm horny now. Let's go
movie
watch
is
this.
real sad.
Yeah, it's a real bummer. It's a super bummer movie.
It's like all the people who took.
I don't know if you guys know this.
Yeah, taking a date to see Brokeback Mountain.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh, that definitely happened.
Oh yeah,
100%.
I've said before, I went on a date to see Monsters Ball, and that was not a great
that is
idea.
that's like an equivalent thing to go to for
Yeah.
a date.
That's not a date movie.
No, it's not.
But we made it one.
Yep.
You know, we did it. We stuck it out.
I went on a double date to see Election, and that was awful.
Oh no!
The worst part of it was I didn't realize it was a double date until like over an hour into the evening.
Really? What side of that were you on? Where you didn't realize you were in the date?
Right.
Oh.
I didn't realize that I was being auditioned. Basically.
You were being set up.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
And when I did, I was like,
flipped
oh
the table.
fuck.
Yeah.
Because it was stuff like, going to, it was a teenage thing where you're like hanging out in the mall beforehand. Like, we all went to like the makeup counter at like Nordstrom's or whatever, and she got like makeup done, and they're like, doesn't she look nice, Tom? And I'm like, yeah, I guess.
Jesus Christ! Don't do that. Just for the record, this is a teenage thing, but like, never trick someone into being on a date, right? Like,
Yeah, just tell them.
that's never a thing that's good. That's a violation. Like,
I mean,
never be like.
I think they wanted to observe me in my natural habitat.
I mean, honestly, I was going to say the opposite. I'm like, that's kind of like a really good way to see somebody without them trying to impress you.
Right.
Don't-
Yeah.
Like, it's just like, this is them as a person. So you're just but don't call it a date. Just call it a hangout. Like, that's a
I've
thing.
been on accidental dates where it's like no one had the intention of it. You know what I mean? Where it's like, oh, this became a date. But like, for the love of God, don't be like, oh, let's bring this friend on, not tell him that it's a date, but tell everybody else involved.
Oh yeah, that's
a
horrible.
nightmare.
That's the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man, I would flip so many tables over, Tom.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it was the other girl that was there like later signed in my yearbook. She's like, I'm sorry that didn't work out. I was like, you should have fucking told me like beforehand.
Rule 1 of dates, of going on a date with someone, tell them it's a date. Ask, like, you know what I mean? Like,
I wasn't being like a caveman, but I was definitely being a 17-year-old boy.
Yeah, you weren't trying to like. Oh no.
Yeah, I wasn't trying to. I just thought, hey, we're all friends. Let's go hang out.
yeah, you're not like. You're probably just wearing your whatever clothes.
I think we
You're
just
like,
straight from school. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know, man.
Anyway, that's the trailer for whatever
We
the
broke
fuck
up.
that we broke up. Yeah.
Let's talk about the Unholy.
I don't
Which
remember
one is
which
this?
one. Is this the Mary one?
Yeah, this is
isn't
the Mary
Training
one.
Day. Yeah.
Okay.
We have two biblical
Right.
horror
The other one
movies
is
back to back.
100% Exorcist Training Day. Oh my god.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
I am so excited for that one. This one, it's like, all right, whatever. This looks fine. Jeffrey Dean Morgan's in it, and
yeah, to the degree that I like swear I already saw this movie, and then I realized I was thinking about he did a horror movie in like the mid 2000s that has like a similar feel to it, and now I can't remember what it's called. But anyway,
I'm rooting for him. Doesn't it feel like he hasn't really gotten the thing?
He's one of the leads on The Walking Dead.
Oh no, I'm not rooting for him financially. He's doing great.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a regular gig on The Walking Dead,
I know.
but like
I think his
performance as Negan was good. When I watched it, but like I just feel like he deserves more.
He's good as a comedian.
You don't think he got his flowers yet?
Yeah.
I think he's going to be one of those actors like a John Carroll Lynch who's just always going to be in stuff.
Yeah. Oh, you're right. He's gonna. Yes, he's always gonna be in these.
Mm-hmm. You're just always going to see him. Yeah.
I feel like if I was going to be an actor, if I was inclined to ever go that route, which I'm not because it's terrifying, but I feel like that's the kind of actor I'd want to be, where it's just like, I make enough money, I'm comfortable, I always have work, but no one's bothering me.
Right. You get recognized like once a month, maybe.
Yeah.
Right.
Like when the show's like at its prime and peak, you're like, oh my God, you're that person. But as soon as it like is off the air, like people are just like, oh, you're just a dude.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I'm looking at his. I forgot that he plays Thomas Wayne.
Yeah, he's briefly in Batman vs Superman. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean that checks out because he was in Watchmen.
He's in Watchmen.
Yeah, I guess he's got a pretty good situation. Like he doesn't need to be a superstar. He can just like if he doesn't want to be noticed, he just shave his stubble.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he'd be invisible.
Yeah, that's also his thing, right? He's just always stubbly.
Yeah.
He never has a beard. He's just always stubbly.
Mm-hmm.
What is this movie again?
It's some girl who's like praying. Who she thinks she's praying to the Virgin Mary, but it's some kind of fingers demon.
Yeah.
Oh.
But I wrote it was like, well, this demon's like healing people, so
Right, it makes that kid walk. But I mean, unless like unless it's like a real monkey's paw sitch, which is probably the deal. Like she's like, you can walk now, but some lady in Boise got hit by an ice cream truck.
Or it's just like, now I have your eternal soul. But a part of me is just kind of like, okay.
You're like, I'll throw those dice.
Yeah.
Maybe hell's not so bad. Or maybe
exactly.
I can figure out a way to get out of this before it becomes time to collect.
Like the idea of it is that hell has to be really like truly this horrible, awful place. And like, I'm always like suspect of that kind of thing because I'm just like, I don't know, evil for evil's sake is just like
depends on the type of hell.
Yeah. Like,
Right, you think they'd get
if
bored if it was just evil for evil's sake.
Yeah.
Because if everybody's evil in hell, then where's the fun in that?
Exactly.
Right, and what are the definitions of evil? What if it's like people who play D&D and shit like that? Like it's really conservative, and then everybody's just like, we're just still playing D&D down here. It's actually not bad.
Everybody who kissed before marriage.
Yeah, and it's like it's just most people.
It's like, oh, okay,
and
so God sucks. Got it.
Yeah. So
it's just like, it's eternal pain and suffering in this life or in the next. So it's just kind of like, well, right now I can't walk and I'm in pain now. So fuck it. Yeah, throw the dice. Like I will.
A little deal with the D. Yeah, why not? I don't know. It is also good pitch if you're a demon. Like make people's lives better, like legitimately.
Right? Yeah. Don't give them like
don't
don't come with like your creepy fingers in your hood to be like, would you like to make a trade? You'd be like, hey, you want this monster truck?
Yeah.
You show up looking like a cool bra with the
Show
keys.
Up looking like The Rock.
Yeah, you show up looking like Dwayne Johnson with the keys to a monster truck and being like, do you want this monster truck?
You're making so many.
You would
souls
get every
that way?
single soul.
Yeah, just make people. I mean, also, isn't that the premise of that like evangelicals say, like the Antichrist is like they're gonna remove all the suffering and you're gonna think he's great, and then
Right, they're gonna show up. Yeah, people are gonna confuse them for like a saint.
Right.
They do that a lot, and it's just kind of like, but if they're fixing people,
right,
by
it's
definition, they're not.
Right, it's like, I feel like this is like, it's like, well, you got to beware of the Antichrist is going to come do all this awesome shit for everybody, but it's going to be a trick. So, but it's like, all right, so it sounds like he's like 90% Jesus.
Yeah,
like
I think we're all guys. I think we're all in agreement here when I say "Hail Satan."
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not opposed.
Yeah, I'm not gonna say no.
It's
I'll hear him out. I'll hear him out. Did he bring a PowerPoint?
Yeah. I both sides. I want to hear both sides.
Yeah.
I want all the information. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Because right now, like, at least with like the classic like Christianity, Catholicism type deal, it's always like all of this sounds fucked up.
Yeah.
Like, all around, like, you're not making God sound cool. You're not making the devil sound cool. Like, everything just sounds bad, and that we're supposed to just feel bad.
I feel like you'd like The Prophecy, at least the first film, because that's sort of what The Prophecy is. It's just like, all these people suck.
Yeah, everybody's an
just
asshole.
Angels and demons, they're all dramatic and just like
they're real
really
dorks.
fucking... Yeah, they're a real pain in the ass.
Real lame dickheads.
Yeah.
It's all because just, like, people just want things to, like, be like, things are evil, and that's why there are bad things, and it's like no complexity ever. It's just there's evil, and it's just like that's not how things work. Unfortunately,
I feel like you're avoiding taking responsibility for something.
Yeah. And also sometimes shit just happens, and it really isn't anybody's like direct fault. It's just chaos, and that's fine.
Yeah.
Chaos is fine.
Creating a separate entity that exists wholly to try to engineer your downfall is a form of dissociation.
Yes.
So it's like, I feel like maybe this isn't, I don't know. Anyway.
All that said, this is my favorite genre of horror, which is biblical horror.
Oh, really?
Because,
this is one of my least favorite genres.
Oh, here's what I like.
This shit does not scare me at all. But let me hear why you like it.
I don't find it scary. Like, I won't watch it because it's still like, you're going to get me with the sound effects, and that's what's going to scare me. But, like, the premise of it isn't going to really scare me.
This trailer and most in this genre are trash. But, like, my favorite movies, like The Exorcist and The Omen, they're biblical horror.
Yeah.
And it's because there's a built-in lore. I really like the built-in lore, which is the Bible, where it's like, it's why is it doing it? That's the fucking devil. And then it's like, what's its limitations?
That's all
like,
I need
the
to
devil,
know.
bro.
Yep.
Yeah, it's like in The Omen where it's like Final Destinationing people, because it's like, it's the fucking devil. It can do whatever it wants. So there's like a level of like, you can't escape this shit. But it's just all around you. And if it's done really well, it's really good. Most of the time, it's like this and the next trailer where it's fucking Guy Pearce's Training Day Exorcist. Did you guys watch?
Let's just skip to that.
Yeah, the next trailer is the 7th day where it's like street exorcists.
Yeah, it's Guy Pearce doing his fucking Dropkick Murphys accent. Breaking in his newbie priest. And it's like, you got to lose that outfit. You dress like a priest. It's just,
I can't wait for this trash to watch it.
It's Training Day. It's also, it reminded me of Constantine too, the Keanu Reeves one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me of the Exorcist TV show. I only saw a quarter of one episode of that show.
Oh, it sounds like it was good.
I shut it off because one of the priests pulled a gun on the other priest. And it was like, you're going to let me do this exorcism.
I would
have
like, never stopped watching.
It's like, we're all set here. Exorcist TV show.
What if in The Exorcist, when Father Damien finally gets Max von Sydow there and he's like carefully laying out all of his vestments and stuff on the bed, and then he just pulls out a gun.
Yeah. That'd be amazing.
It'd be the best movie.
This is where it gets hard. Like, I like Constantine, but that's where things go wrong when they're like talking about loopholes and rules and like this tool and that, where they have like gizmos and gadgets and shit. That's when it becomes not fun. It becomes like weird, like they're fucking Ghostbusters.
Well, Constantine's a comic book, so it's going to become
I was about to say Constantine. That's an exception because that's not a horror movie.
Tools. I'm into that. I was like, all right, cool, special magic tools. Now it's magic. Now it's not like there's a that to me is like different than just like evil. It's evil. So it's like, oh no, there's magic. There's logic here somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I wrote for this one. I was like, demons just be demoning, I guess, because I was like, like,
it makes a pencil float, and it's like, cool, man.
What was the point of that?
Way to be a demon, make a pencil float.
I feel like you're wasting a lot of time.
Yeah. You can see that shit happen in Vegas. Yeah. Like, that's nothing. You can see that at, like, the magic store of a mall.
I can get David Blaine in here right now. He'll levitate for you. I mean, what do you showing me close-up magic? You came to Earth to show me close-up magic?
But, no, I can't stress enough, though, that this has, like, driving in a car with Guy Pearce, like, lose your priest clothes, kid. we're going to the streets now. And
he's,
it's like, oh,
he's
this is
just
delicious.
Denzel from Training Day.
Yeah.
This is fucking perfect.
So
yeah,
good.
I want one of the demons to like pay him off.
Yeah.
A scene where he's like a crooked exorcist.
And he's like robbing a demon.
Yeah.
Like demonic Scott Glenn. He just steals his money.
In this trailer, he like shoves over a possessed person, doesn't he?
I think
like
so.
He's a little rough with one of them.
Yeah, you got to rough him up, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Got to be willing to break the rules.
And I think it was somebody, like an in-house person that he was rough
Yeah.
with, and you're just like, oh no, dude.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah, they were definitely on the street beneath an underpass when he shoved a person down.
I was just like, oh.
Real gritty exorcist.
Like, oh, do you work for Mayor Garcetti? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's an LA
this is-
joke.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, those in LA, there's shit going down in Echo Park, like the past few days.
Yeah.
Not great. But yeah.
No, not great.
Did you see that video
Opposite of great.
of the cops in the helicopter talking about dumping gasoline and setting it on fire?
Really?
I
Oh,
did not see that. Oh no.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Well-
it's a whole ass thing. We need Guy Pearce here. Stats.
Yeah, we need gritty Guy Pearce to play a crooked exorcist.
Exercise the helicopter.
Yeah. No, man. I mean, again, he's crooked. So, like, with the right money, his allegiance is whatever.
You know, like what I would want as a take for if like we're gonna do like religious demon stuff, I would like if people turned into demons because of like their evil ass choices. Like you as a human, you made the decision to just be so heinous that like
Right.
the underworld came up and was just like, whoa, you are one of us. And then you become a
Yeah.
demon. And then that way it's just like, it's like human choices lead to demonic evil shit.
Like, you, like, unlock that career path
Yeah.
Yeah.
where they're like, yeah, you can pursue demon now
Well, yeah, I
if you
mean,
want,
yeah.
Mr. Manafort.
It's like, yeah.
Like
if you leave a pizza on the floor, eventually some rats are going to show up.
Yeah.
Yes.
I feel like this has been done in movies to some extent.
That feels familiar. Yeah, I definitely think
Well,
I've seen that somewhere. Yeah.
This is how ghosts and stuff, like it's The Grudge, where it's like something so sinister happens that it leaves a tear in fucking the universe and creates ghosts or demons. Like, that is one of the lores,
I like, see, I'm
Always-
into that just because it's like, at least it's not, it's like, it's
Yeah.
based on
You should
people
watch
being
The Grudge,
assholes.
Star.
No, I'm not gonna watch
You should
any of these
absolutely
movies.
not watch The Grudge.
No, I'm good.
I've watched
Are you going to watch this, The Seventh Day?
Nah, probably not. Of the two
Okay.
of these, if I were to pick one, I'd probably pick the Unholy just because I like that the demon seems to be doing good things.
It's
Right.
kind of helpful. Kind of a helpful demon.
So I might watch it with the intent of like, I'm probably going to be on this demon's side, which is weird. But
Right.
in the other
Yeah.
You
one,
think
it's just like, it's demons just being like, I want to be bad, man.
Yeah. What is The Seventh Day, by the way? Because there's The Sixth Day, but that's an Arnold Schwarzenegger film, but not the biblical one, which is End of Days. Do you think they had this discussion when they were naming this thing?
I don't know, because, like,
The seventh day is the day he rested. Isn't that
I thought
the
that was
premise?
the 8th day.
No, seventh day he rested. So it's like supposed to be like the seventh day where God's not around. 'Cause
Gotcha.
He's
What happened on-
taking a break.
What happened on the third day?
He was creating the Earth and the cosmos and shit.
Yeah.
So what? All right. So let's.
I don't.
because
I
like
couldn't
Let's
tell you
not
what
do this.
happened on what day, but the whole week he made Earth
it took a week.
and people,
All right.
and then like on the last day, it's just like I'm a chill and like admire my work and sleep.
Right.
It's Sunday, man. The game's on.
Oh yeah. Okay. That all checks out.
He's got to watch the Steelers. He's getting fucking housed watching a Mets game.
All right. Let's go to the next trailer.
Yeah.
We accomplished nothing with these two.
Yeah, I mean, we talked enough about it.
No, we definitely talked about it. Held. This is the next one. This is about like a couple that's in a smart house, and the smart house
It's
is
like
taken over.
Saw, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's taken over by what appears to be like the mummy before he takes the people's like.
Right, he's
flesh.
really wearing
wearing that mask.
like a Karth Game of Thrones mask.
Yeah, and they're it's like I want to play a little game. We're gonna do stuff in this house. There's clearly like some secret between them that comes out.
Right? Yeah, because he's like, I'm going to strengthen your relationship, and it's like, okay.
Yeah.
This could really go either way because this is the subject of a. We just watched Phone Booth, which this is technically the same.
I could not believe how Phone Booth ended.
Oh yeah. But it's like this could go so many ways in terms of quality because this is a plot that we've seen a million times. The new elements are smart home and this weird mask guy.
Yeah, I thought the premise was like, okay, this is a good premise. This feels like a couple going on an Airbnb and they're like, just vacationing, and it's just like, oh no, you've met a serial killer.
Right. There's been a few that one that what's his name directed with the guy with the mask.
Dave
Tom?
Franco.
Thank you.
The Rental, I think it was, isn't it?
The Rental, because that's another Airbnb one where they're kind of like, what if there was a person who like preyed on people? Because that is the creepy thing on Airbnbs, right? Is like you're going to someone's house, not a hotel.
Yeah.
It could be like a weird death house. It could be a
and there's no regulation or anything.
And that's legitimately happened where like they've caught like Airbnb hosts like having cameras all over the place and just kind of and just watching people, recording people, putting that stuff online, da-da-da-da. So that's why I was just like, oh no, this is legit terrifying because it's just like 2 steps up from like what creeper Airbnb people do.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and it's just unregulated, so the legal matters are an issue, which isn't very good for a horror movie. So yeah, you have the smart house thing. Yeah, this looks fine. I don't know. It looks like the trailer looks really good. It looks like it's well made.
Yes.
Yeah, it looked interesting, despite myself. Like when the premise was first telling itself to me, I was like, all right. But then like the trailer was, this is a rare instance where like I'm not sold on the premise, but I was sold on the trailer.
Exactly. Yeah. It just, I don't know. It's the, oh shit, hold on. Is it the director? It's the director of The Gallows. Did you ever see The Gallows?
I didn't. I assumed it was bad.
It's actually, I would say, mid-level found footage.
Oh, all right.
It's not a bad found footage. Yeah, it's not amazing, but it had its moments.
All right, then. Fair play to The Gallows.
Yeah, so I don't know. Like, with that, it's 2 directors, actually. With that in mind, I'll watch this thing. I don't know.
I will read the Wikipedia once the movie comes out.
Sure. Yeah, that checks out. I have nothing else to say about this trailer. It looks fine.
Yeah.
Well, final trailer, Made for Love. This is about... Oh, go on, Star.
I was like, I was not on board with this one.
Yeah, well, that's the point, right?
Yeah, no, I actually really want to see this movie.
It's about like a tech bro who creates a chip that goes into couples' brains that's supposed to merge their brains, and then he does it with his girlfriend. Then they break up, and the chip is still there, so he just is like stalking her through the chip. This is we broke up, that romantic comedy.
Yeah.
This is do something like this because this is actually a comedy too. It's presented like a comedy.
Yeah, and this
I was just like, this is a horror movie.
Yeah.
I definitely think there's factors of that in this.
I think I might have misspoke earlier and said Kristen Milioti was in We Broke Up, but she's in this one with Billy Magnuson, and I like both of those actors. And she's doing like the outside of the box rom-coms. She just did What's It with Andy Samberg, the time loop one, Palm Springs.
I don't know. By the way, this is a series.
It is okay.
That's kind of wild. I don't know what. To me, that sounds like where's this going to go? Hopefully, in a good place. It could go in a lot of places.
Yeah, I mean, I'm glad it exists because people like this kind of thing, but I'm just so stressed out by the idea of all of it that I was just like, I don't know if I could, like, it feels like it's very, like, a cringe-heavy type show.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You know? And, like every scene is supposed to make you uncomfortable and like that's the point. And so I was just like, oh, I would not be able to probably get through this because I would just be like, my skin, get me out of this.
Yeah, I couldn't get through, even though I thought it was really funny, I couldn't get through the increasingly poor decisions of Todd Margaret for the same reason.
Oh man, that fucking show.
That's
like the point of the show. Is like he is comically his own worst enemy. Yeah. That is very funny. Yeah, I don't know. I'm excited that Ray Romano's in this.
Oh yeah, isn't he?
I want some gritty Ray Romano. I love me some Ray Romano.
He's
Have you
supposed
watched?
to be with a real girl, right? Is that like his whole? He's that
I think
character.
so. Yeah.
I think he's her dad.
Yeah, I just feel like we haven't gotten enough Ray Romano. We didn't really get the Ray Romano that we deserve.
After 10 years of a extremely popular sitcom, you don't think we got enough?
Yes, because I think that sitcom didn't give us the full potential of Ray Romano. Like I know a lot of people like that show, and you know Peter Boyle was on it, right?
Oh yeah.
Like there's a lot of talent, a lot of good people, but it was still like a sitcom. It was still limited by its sitcom format.
Well,
I think we can get some more.
A sitcom. Like
Yes.
Yeah, I think we need some more gritty Ray Romano. Like, I think that's great. He got that show, but like, that's you know he was in The Irishman. Remember that shit?
He is.
Like, let's
That's
get
true.
some more fucking
yeah.
gritty Ray Romano. You know, I want to see a Scorsese film starring Ray Romano. I want that.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll tell him.
and you should too. You should all tell him.
Mm-hmm. I'll let him know.
Someone tell him.
I will pass that information along.
Yeah. He is, oh shit. He is starring in Untitled Ray Romano film, written by Ray Romano, starring Ray Romano, and directed by Ray Romano.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the character Leo. So that could be good, right?
I mean, that's exactly what you want.
Mm-hmm. This
Yeah.
is what you were literally just asking for.
Yeah, I want to be filled with Ray Romano. Sorry, I feel like I derailed this, but yeah, this show.
Yeah, I'm into this. It looks like there's a little bit of like Eternal Sunshine mixed in there because it's messing. They're connected to each other's consciousnesses, so they're able to mess with each other's perceptions.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of them's like, we're going to be a god, and the other one's just like, I want out. And it's like, how? Those are so extreme.
It's perfect though, yeah, because like in the tech bro age, that is the dynamic. Is like I'm trying to become like Edison, and the other person's like, you're just insufferable to be around.
Yeah.
Like you failed in the moment, and so I do like that. I you know that idea. So I'm curious where this is going to go. I have almost like Westworld vibes in the sense that I don't know where it could go.
Yes.
And Westworld did not go. It's sort of like I didn't watch the last season, but it feels like it just went off the rails.
Yeah, why on earth would you watch the last season?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did not watch the last season.
Is there going to be more of that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It
Anyway,
kinda,
that's-
they kind of petered
okay.
off.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
like season 2 was. I mean, yeah, that whole show.
Some rambling shit.
I mean, it was fun to watch, but my God, none of it came together in a satisfying way.
Yeah. It got Anthony Hopkins in it, so.
That's true. Yeah.
And he did hang out in the room the whole time.
Yeah, yeah. They paid more. They paid for like. Well, did they? Wait, he was kind of just like in the equivalent of a yard. Like I feel like he sat down a lot in that. Like they just sort of got him. I don't know. It doesn't matter. None of this matters. Should we move on to news stories?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. Well, first we got some patrons to thank.
Please do.
All right. Thank you to Thanks for Having Jason Pargenon. Here's $25. Thank you to the Midnight Patron. What patrons at midnight? Thank you very much. Thank you to Exploding Runes. Thank you. Thank you to Andrew. Andrew, how? Thank you. Thank you to Vincent. Thank you. Thank you to Rev MD. Thank you to John Muniz. Thank you to Wavy Rancheros. Thank you very much.
Let me jump in here. Thank you to Dr. DNA.
Woo.
Thank you to Lauren Gucci. Thank you to James Rainey. Thank you to Bootler Bootlesson. Thank you to Grumblebee. Thank you to Tux. Thank you to Ricky Cilantro, formerly Mulch Diggums. I guess they got tired of Mulch Diggums.
Yeah. We're taking that formally, officially off. Yeah. You are now Ricky Cilantro.
And finally, thank you to Norm from Cheers.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Mm-hmm.
I do like Ricky Cilantro.
That is pretty
great.
sweet.
Oh,
yeah. I don't know if that's a reference to something, but I like it.
It feels like it is, but I don't know. I might be thinking of Jimmy Pesto, famous insurrectionist.
Famous insurrectionist Jimmy Pesto.
Yeah. First bit of news: Black Widow. They've figured out where it's going to go. It's going to be moved to July, and it's going to go on Disney Plus, as well as theaters. I don't know if you guys remember. I was really excited for this movie, like when the first trailer dropped.
Yeah.
And then a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah, and now I don't it's not that I don't care. It's just, I kind of don't care. Like, so much time has passed.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bittersweet.
Yeah,
because I still think it looks awesome, but I'm a different person now. It's been a year, over a year,
and some shit.
What's interesting? I'm finally somewhat excited to see it. I think they released one more extra trailer recently, and I watched it, and I was just like, oh, I actually think I might like this movie, because I was realizing that it's more about the other girl, it's the other girl's origin story, and it's gonna be about more Black Widow. It was always gonna be about a bunch of Black Widows, but it's more about this other girl taking on the mantle, and I was just like, oh, now I'm interested, because I was like, why do I care about Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow? I know she dies.
Yeah, she's super duper dead.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're setting up. Yeah, Florence Pugh is gonna take over.
Yeah, and then suddenly I'm like, oh, it's this girl's origin story. Cool, I'm back on board. I'll watch this movie.
Yeah. I just really like
the action. Yeah.
Yeah, and the same with Captain America. Even though Captain America, he's fine. But it's weird because the movies, I enjoy the Marvel movies. Obviously, they're like Thor Ragnarok, the ones everybody loves, But in terms of action, watching Thor, I find boring to watch Thor beat people up, because it's just all CGI. Whereas Black Widow or Captain America, they get stunt people.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm excited.
Yeah, for sure.
That said, it might be a dull-ass movie otherwise. I don't know, man. You got Chief Hopper in there as her weird dad. Right, Chief Hopper's in it.
Rachel Weisz is in there as her mom.
As a weird mom.
Black Widow mom, yeah.
Yeah, this last trailer was just wait, they're like a family? Oh, they're like a spy family. Oh, cool. Thank you for finally showing me things that made me go okay, these other people seem really rad.
When is this supposed to take place?
I'm not sure exactly. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but how far in the past?
I don't know. I don't know between which movies or in what phase of the MCU this is supposed to take place.
This movie really, it does feel like things are falling apart in this phase. Because this was a movie that they're sort of doing because they should have done it 10 years ago, right?
Yes.
And that's the whole thing. They should have done it after Iron Man 2.
Wait, would this movie be between the snap, in those 5 years?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean, it technically could be, because she didn't get snapped away, but I don't think so. Just, it seems like everybody's kind of still too superhero-y, and what we see of people after the snap is Captain America's leading a support group, and
yeah, everyone's sad.
Everybody's really fucking bummed. So
yeah.
But maybe I have no idea. I guess we could look that up, but I'm not going to.
That was so great. There's no better way to show what a bummer the world is by Captain America in a support group. And it's oof.
it was yeah.
Oh, these depressed motherfuckers in a support group.
It was kind of perfect.
Captain America.
Yeah, it was kind of perfect though, because Captain America was still just trying to help people. He just didn't know any other way out.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
It was perfect. No, I'm saying it was a great job.
Yeah.
That said, if I was in a support group with Captain America, I would only ask questions about what he could lift.
Yeah.
And like throw.
I would just be bringing stuff each week.
Yeah.
Can you lift this?
Yeah.
Can you spin this on your finger?
Yeah. I would attack him every time.
Just
I
hit
saw
him in the back with a bat every week, just to see what happens.
He would,
one of the metal folding chairs from the support
Yeah.
group.
He would just stop going to you guys' stuff. He'd be like, these guys keep beating me up. We're trying to.
Well, it'd be great because, like, I'm still me, so, like, he could kick my ass. He could kill me, but he's too moral to, so it's like, it would just be like him maybe giving me, like, a black eye or something every now and then, but, like...
He'll just break a finger and just, like, like, secretly, like, quietly break a finger and be like, you need to fucking stop. You gotta stop right now.
Like pay Bucky to come and beat me up. Oh wait, no, he's gone. He's snapped.
Bucky got snapped.
Yeah, you can't do shit.
Oh no.
But
yeah, he's a pile of ash back in Wakanda, man.
They never talk about with the snap. Like, so many people got ash in their mouth and eyes. Like that's got to be gross, right?
Yes.
You're like eating breakfast with your kid,
and they just
next thing you know, they're they're
just all over your pancakes. You're like, God damn it.
Yeah, it sucks.
Dare you.
This yeah, I don't know. I'm excited for the idea of going to a theater and seeing this.
Yeah.
It's weird that they now are doing it on streaming, because in July when everybody's being vaccinated, and it's like, you should have done this last year. This should have come out like while people were at home. Fucking, like, I don't know. It took them too long.
I think they're figuring out they're just not making enough money at home with the people purchasing stuff versus like that theater money.
Yeah.
They're still trying to lure, like they just did Raya and the Last Dragon. They're putting out Luca. It's just going straight to Disney Plus. It won't even. It's skipping theaters entirely.
Oh, really?
Right. And it's like, just take the hit. Don't even charge. Like, they've been charging like $30.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you're Disney. You know, it's the least you can do.
Oh yeah, I haven't been paying the extra. I was like, Premier Access, no thanks.
No.
Yeah, we bought Mulan last year to do the podcast, but we skipped Raya.
Yeah. It's too much money. It's like $30.
$30, yeah, that's a lot.
If I was a family, like if I had like 4 people in my house, I'd be like, okay, that's fine.
Right.
But like, nah.
No, not for one person. Well, next bit of news. This is going over to. This is DC, right?
Yes.
Yes.
This is Pierce Brosnan cast in Black Adam as someone called Dr. Fate.
Dr. Fate.
Who's the other? There's someone else who's
The Rock.
The Rock.
The Rock's in this.
And there's one other.
Oh, is this the one that cast Helen Mirren, or is she in the? No,
I think Helen Mirren.
She's in the Shazam sequel.
Oh, she's in Shazam.
Yeah.
What is Dr. Fate?
He's Doctor Strange, but DC's version.
Essentially, like it's a power that selects a new person every so often. But yeah, he's basically just their version of Doctor Strange.
Is Pierce Brosnan a good pick?
No, because the most recent. Because it's you might notice in the photo he's wearing an ankh, because it's like an Egyptian god that bestows this power. The most recent incarnation of this character was definitely an Arab person.
So they did the thing.
They always do.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Christ Almighty!
Yeah.
You'd think at this point they'd be like. They'd have it like written on their walls. Like if you can't remember, write it down.
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
don't
just
cast a white dude.
Don't whitewash.
Yeah.
They're just kind of like, but Doctor Strange got away with it. Well, fuck it. We'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for Sorcerer Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
They got away with it because, again, they're Disney and they just plow ahead. And it's like they don't give a shit. DC, you're on thin ice.
Yeah, man. You know,
like you really got to do.
You don't get any. You don't have too many more mulligans left.
Yeah.
I don't know what you think this is.
I'm waiting for DC to do like a nice reboot. Like I get that people like Snyderverse and stuff, but like it's not really for me.
They really need to wipe the slate clean.
Yes.
I need a clean version. Like just do over. I want some happy Superman.
Yeah. That's my pitch to DC. If I got to sit in front of them, I would say, here's my pitch. Superman. That's it. That's the movie. Call it Superman and just start over.
Mm-hmm.
And start from there.
Don't make it a weird sequel to Superman 2. Don't make it a depressing fucking violence porn. Just make Superman.
Just make Superman and then go from there.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Figure it out.
I would love to see like journalist influencer Clark Kent who like somehow is like a weird like YouTuber internet journalist. And then he's also Superman. Like that would be a neat take. It would just like do that. It's fine.
They're also with this character Black Adam, who like I don't know who this person is.
He's a villain.
Like
he's a Shazam villain. Yeah.
Right. And Shazam was the same way, where it's like, I'm sorry, you don't have Guardians of the Galaxy pull. Like, you haven't figured out your basics. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they don't...
Like, give us the fundamentals. Give us Batman and Superman before you go fucking nuts.
They don't have a core because the versions of those characters that Zack Snyder made are not the definitive versions. He did, like, the Dark Knight Returns deconstructionist Watchmen version of those characters.
Right. You're all over the place. You have multiple Batmans at the same time.
Multiple Jokers.
Yeah. I don't know where Black Adam fits in any of this.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking, like, shake that Etch-a-Sketch for the love of God. I don't know.
It's just a bummer because they keep, like, doing... This movie might end up being good, but it's still tethered to, like, this not great universe. Like, like the last movie I saw in theaters was Birds of Prey. And I had fun.
That was fun.
It was a fun movie. And it was just like, you know what? This is great, like, as itself. But because it was still kind of tied to this weird-ass Joker, and this weird-ass Joker is still tied to this, it's just kind of like, oh, that's like its one little, like...
Right. It's all being weighed down. It's like, I don't know. It's like a weird tapestry that's misshapen. And there's, like, some good parts of it. But it's all part of this larger, hideous thing.
Yeah.
Just, god damn it. God damn it. Also, this movie's been in production for, like, ever. I think it's because it's The Rock, right? And it's like...
Yeah, his schedule is booked, like, 5 years in advance.
Yeah. It's hard to get The Rock.
He is quite literally the most sought-after person in Hollywood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So final news story. You added this.
I did,
Tom?
yeah. Ghost of Tsushima movie is coming from one of the co-directors of John Wick, Chad Stahelski.
Also, I heard about this is that the next John Wicks aren't the original directors.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
That makes me afraid.
Yeah. And the original writer is not writing them either. Although he is still working on the Continental TV show spinoff that they're still making, apparently.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
You guys hear about that National Treasure spinoff TV show?
Yep.
That's hot.
Won't have Nicolas Cage, but I'll still watch it.
Yeah. What? Wait, which John Wick are we up to? 4?
4.
That's 4.
4 is the one that's in production right now.
Oh, they have the John Wick guy credited still as the director. That's interesting. Who is also apparently doing Highlander?
I mean, I'll watch that shit.
I'll watch the fuck out of that.
The John Wick dude does a Highlander movie? Are you kidding me?
It's only announced. But it's like, that's how you make a Highlander.
Yeah.
That's how you make a Highlander.
Yeah. You get some dope-ass stunts in it.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm sure this movie also looks good. I'm sure Keanu is fucking calling him up every day. Like, can I be in this?
They shouldn't.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Keanu's Asian.
He's like,
he's half, right? Or
he doesn't have to be the main character.
I think he's half Hawaiian, so it's like, I don't
know.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, he was in 47 Ronin. Don't do the Dr. Fate thing, guys. Just cast a Japanese person.
Oh yeah, pick a Japanese person for sure. But like Keanu could be in the
Keanu
background
on the sidelines. Yeah, make
Keanu
him like the funny sidekick and have him not do any.
Yeah, he just doesn't do any action.
Yeah, do something really fucking bold with Keanu. Fuck it. Make him like a coward. I don't know. This I'm sure. We know very little here, but like it's like John Wick guy doing this,
doing a samurai movie. Hell yeah!
It's the same as the Highlander announcement, where it's like, that's a smart fit.
Yeah.
Get
this guy a sword fighting movie, stat.
Yeah, absolutely. These John Wick motherfuckers, they must get so much thrown at them right now.
Probably, yeah.
In terms of like properties. Yeah. Did you guys, by the way, I think we talked about the Face Off movie, how that's like a sequel?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Wait, the original Face Off
is bright.
Is a sequel?
No, they're making a new Face Off.
Oh, they're making a new Face Off?
Yeah, and I think, wasn't there like rumors that Castor Troy isn't dead or something like that?
We don't really see him die. He's got a harpoon in his gut, but he's singing.
Right. That's true. We technically don't see the man with the harpoon in his gut die.
Yeah.
I mean, John Travolta does take his face. Are you telling me that they're going to make the same mistake they do in Face Off, where they just like put him on ice?
Yeah. With a different face nearby.
Yeah,
well, certainly he won't wake up and put that face on to cover up his missing face.
Yeah.
Are they trying to imply that like transferring the face is like the soul of the person? Because I'm like, if you transferred over like this guy's face, he's still harpooned.
That'd be incredible. That would be incredible if like John Travolta is like it's starring John Travolta. They get John Travolta back, and like he's. Oh man, there's no way they're gonna get John Travolta in this.
I think they both voiced enthusiasm in being involved with it.
They're not doing anything, so yeah, why not?
I mean, they're not doing anything that would make them say, I'm too good for another face-off.
They're not too busy for face-off.
Yeah.
No, definitely
no one
not.
is.
No. Indeed, no one is. Yeah.
No one is. You're going to go to that theater, you're gonna sit down to see Face-Off. Biden will be right next to you. Like he'll be like, I'm the president, but like, look, I got to see Face-Off.
I'm trying to think of a single person in Hollywood you would call, and they would pick up the phone, and you'd be like, yo, you want to be in Face Off? Like, every single person you can think of would be like, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do
want to be in Face Off.
Yeah.
Are they going to get...
So,
I want the John Wick guys to do Face Off now.
Oh, fuck yeah.
We got some more producers.
Yeah, we should probably name them.
Thank you to Space McNulty. Thank you very much. Thank you to Hiram. Thank you to Oh Great, It's That Guy. Thank you to Nolan Mayton. Thank you very much. Thank you to Normal Man, Andrew McGuire. Thank you. Thank you to Ozzy. Thank you to AJ. Thank you to Tip Drizzle. Thank you to Frank Lee Amish. Thank you very much.
All right, let me jump in here. Thank you to Burrito Mouth. Thank you to Mrs. Voitis. Thank you to the ghost of Dave Thomas. Thank you to Aaron Burser. Thank you to David Knife Boot, Hinson MBA CPA.
Boot.
Thank you to Christopher Robert Sparts Esquire.
Thank
you to Mackenzie Righteous and Lizard People Chill. Thank you to Funky J.
Ooh, yeah.
And thanks to Pie Guy.
Yeah.
Dave.
Ha!
We're 90 minutes into this motherfucker.
Ha!
Just tell me what the movie is. Tell me what the movie that deserves more hype is.
All right. This is called The Spine of Night.
Ooh.
This is an animated movie, which I thought was a smart pick for our guest.
Yeah, when I clicked on it, I was pleasantly surprised. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, no, totally.
This was
I really want to talk to you about this style of animation once Dave gets through it.
Yeah, this was actually suggested to me by one of our patrons.
Oh, really?
Mick Hammond sent me this by just pure coincidence. We had Star on. It was like, this is perfect. It's got an 86 on Rotten Tomatoes. Who's in this? Like fucking Patton Oswalt?
Patton Oswalt.
Lucy
Lawless. Richard E. Grant.
Yeah, this is like a heavy metal style
it's
animation.
Rotoscoping.
Yeah, it's rotoscoping animation. like Waking Life, I guess, but not really that, because it's like fucking fantasy.
Yeah, it reminds me of like 90s MTV animation late night kind of vibes.
Yeah. Like Liquid Television.
Yeah.
It's about a witch who climbs a snowy mountain to find a flower, and it's protected by a weird ancient guardian who's like, don't take the flower. But the witch doesn't want to take the flower. She has a story to tell the guardian, and then that's what we're watching is this like multi-part story that's like an epic that's following like kingdoms rising and falling and war and romance and so on and so forth. And it's all animated and it looks fucking amazing. It's the writer-director of the Europa Report, which no one saw, but was like an okay found footage.
Yeah, I remember it coming out, but I didn't see it.
It's fine. It's I don't know. It's a found footage of going to space to Europa. It's whatever. It doesn't really. It's such a different idea than this that it's like I can't even really like associate the two things to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what do you guys think of this trailer?
I really liked the way they did this rotoscoping because it's more than rotoscoping. There's something else going on, and I haven't been able to figure it out. I'm just like, y'all are doing something weird here, because there's certain parts where it's just like, okay, did you record somebody like flying just to draw over them so it looks like a rotoscope? That seems like a lot of work to do that.
Yes.
So what did you do to make it look like you did that?
I would highly encourage people to look at the trailer because we can't do it justice.
Yeah.
Talking about it, it's just very pretty.
Yeah, I was curious how everybody feels about rotoscoping, because I know it's a little divisive just because it is such a striking form of animation, I guess is the right word I'm looking for.
Well, that's why I think it works. There's certain movies like
it's very
really
loud.
Think
it's very loud.
Linkletter, Waking Life followed by Scanner Darkly. Get really high. Watch those. You're gonna have a great time because like they can do certain things with it. I don't know if you guys watched the Scanner Darkly.
It's been a bit.
But that's a movie about being on drugs. And so it can be like it's almost realistic.
Right, it's Scanner Darkly is like cell shaded in parts, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it looks like they just like put a filter on, but it's still animated, so they can do these really cool. You can integrate special effects into it in a way that's really interesting and like where it's like sort of animated, sort of not. Keanu Reeves is in that. It's fucking weird, but. Yeah, like in that movie, there's a suit that you wear that scrambles your identity, so you just keep flashing different identities over your entire body.
Oh, that's cool.
Like weird. Yeah, and it's like it's not like one identity per flash. It's like pieces of you are shifting. And so they do some like really fucking crazy sci-fi shit.
Word. In
that movie. And the rotoscoping makes it feel like you're watching live action, but then it's like surreal in this way that it there's a lot that can be done with it. And that's kind of the impression I get of this is I feel like I'm watching an epic.
Yeah.
I almost forget it's animated.
Yeah.
Because of the rotoscoping.
Yeah, there's something about the technique that I've always like just appreciated just because it's just like rotoscoping's so tedious. Like
oh yeah.
If there's a way, that's why I want to figure out how they did it. I'm like, if you guys figured out a way to get that effect without actually having to sit there and draw over footage that you already shot, that's fantastic. And I want to know how they did it.
Yeah. Have we explained rotoscoping? Rotoscoping is, by the way, for people listening, it's when you like film the action and then you draw over it. Disney used to use references, right? But they wouldn't straight up rotoscope.
Sometimes they do. Like I think in Sleeping Beauty, like the dance. And I think like the dance sequence in Robin Hood is rotoscoped a bit. Like they would do it, and it's Snow White too. A little bit, but they would still change the shape to make them.
Yeah.
This is like you just literally trace over each cell so it looks like a perfectly drawn person, but you can tell it was filmed because of how accurate it is.
Yeah, and like the way the lines move, there's like a little bit of wobble because if you're drawing every frame over and over and over again, and you're trying to be realistic to what you're actually drawing over, there's going to be like these weird shifts in lines.
Yeah, it's the Dr. Katz squiggle vision a little bit. unless you do it via computer or precisely. But yeah, it creates like a heightened reality. It's not quite animated. It's not quite real. So like it kind of fucks with your brain, I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, this motherfucker's rotoscoped. And by the way, the President of Patton Oswalt, it's not a comedy.
Yeah.
This is like Lord of the Rings.
No,
this
I mean,
like,
I likened it to like John Candy is in Heavy Metal.
Yeah, it's Lord of the Rings but gory.
Yeah.
It's Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's yeah. So I don't know, just get really high, I guess, on marijuana specifically.
What's the title of this film again?
You watch this. The Spine of Night, which is
Spine of Night. Jesus.
That's a fucking metal
Hell
album
yeah.
cover right there.
I mean, this whole trailer is metal as fuck.
Yeah, this is Metalocalypse shit. There's people getting their heads ripped off and so on and so forth. So yeah, definitely check out the trailer.
Yeah. I think that's it.
It's cool. Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Star, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, of course. It's fun to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, I can't wait to actually hang out.
I know. I'm going to get that vaccine so fast as soon as I can get
Oh,
it.
yeah.
I've been looking every day just to be like, do I qualify?
Every fucking day.
Keep it going. Do you have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say to the world?
You could...
a message of peace and unity?
I guess, yeah. Wear masks still, I suppose. But if you're still stuck at home and you want to read a for free webcomic, you could go to rubywhipple.com. Ruby spelled with an I. It's updating again. We went on hiatus for like a couple months so I could actually draw ahead of time and not panic every week. So
good idea.
So yeah, it's updating again. It's great. You should go check that out. It's about witches.
Yeah, it is.
Oh man,
it's great.
It is. Dave, tell them what we got going on.
We have, shit, folks. We have a Patreon, patreon.com/gamefullyunemployed. If you go on there, you got some exclusive podcasts like Tom and Jeff Watch Batman and Fox Mulder is a Maniac. You get both of those every week for $5, one per 1 month. Tom and Jeff right now are watching Zack Snyder's Justice League. So
Boy, are we.
There's a reason to check it out. We watch movies with our patrons every Friday night. That's tonight. If you're listening to this when it just comes out, that's for $10 a month. There's all sorts of stuff on there. You should go. You should go on there.
Yeah.
Lots of content.
Right now.
Lots of content.
So much hot
content.
Hot con. We also have a store at tpublic.com/store/gamefullyunemployed where you get t-shirts, masks, mugs, stickers, posters, all kinds of things. So check that out.
Check
it out.
Oof.
All right. Well, say goodbye, everyone.
All right.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye. Our music is produced by Chris Corlew. You can follow him on Twitter at @thecorlew, CORLEW, and find more music at shipwreckedsailor.bandcamp.com. Our artwork is produced by Justin Brown. You can follow him on Twitter at @JustinTBrown, and find more of his artwork at artnessbyjustinbrown.com and justinbrown.info.